Right, we now are going to Movieland with Van Connor, who's film critic, who's just come back from Movieland. What did you go and see, Van?
Do you know, I had a fun night watching Expendables 4, but I'm not allowed to talk about it until apparently 11 o'clock on Thursday night, which kind of ruins this, admittedly.
I don't care. I'm not really interested in that.
I thought you, being the action lady that you are, would have been all over that one, Petrie.
Actually, no, I would. Now, listen, let's quickly move on to the films of your picks this week. Bolan's Shoes.
Yeah, Bolan's Shoes, which has been designed to tie into the 75th birthday of Mark Bolan, of T-Rex fame. This is a story that features a young lady who has grown up in the wake of a traumatic incident involving a coach trip in the 70s to literally visit a gig of T-Rex, a T-Rex gig. In the wake of this, numerous amounts of trauma have unfolded, and years later, decades later, in our present day, on what would have been Bolan's 75th birthday, she reunites with her estranged older brother, played by Timothy Spall, who is now a sort of wayward type who just performs bubble art for the masses. It's quite a tumultuous one. I've got a clip for you. Have a listen. This is from the trailer.
I often wondered, if I'd recognise you if I saw you again.
I'd rather stay here and have a laugh at my mate Jimbo here.
I've been someone else, Jimmy.
Are you going to be Penny or Sadie? You can't be both.
I've been lying to you.
I have no idea what's going on, but whatever it is, I can take it.
I'm so sorry that you've suffered alone for so long.
I love Timothy Spall. I'm not sure this is a film for me.
It probably isn't, to be fair. If I'm being really honest, Petrie, it's a bit predictable. It's a bit very much one of those what you expect when you hear that an actor is going to make their first film. It's one of those.
It's one of those. Right, okay. Let's just briefly talk about Dumb Money, because we haven't got time to show the clip, but listen to the clip. Dumb Money, is that good?
Actually, Dumb Money is pretty good. It's kind of like The Big Short, but a bit dumbed down. It's the story of the GameStop stock scandal from during the pandemic, when a bunch of would-be hacktivist investors started shorting, sort of invested in the stock of the GameStop outlet, like the US version of Game.
Right.
And they banked on the idea that Wall Street was going to short it. And it stars for the big screen like Paul Dano, Seth Rogen, people like that. And it's pretty decent. It's not The Big Short. I mean, it's written and directed by Craig Gillespie, who gave us I, Tonya and things like that. But it's a far cry removed from the likes of The Big Short. Like, The Big Short had that wonderful sequence in which you get to cut to Margot Robbie in a bathtub explaining the stock market to you. This needed some of that. Not just because I love Margot Robbie, but just I needed some of it explained.
No, of course not, Van. No.
I mean, Margot Robbie can explain anything to me, but if she could explain any of this to me,
especially
it just
from
would
a
have been a
bath,
bonus.
I would have imagined.
Bath bonus, but still.
Dumb Money. That sounds good. And the Expendables. Will you have to tell us about it next time we speak to you? Next time.
On Friday.
All right. Van, thank you very much indeed. Van Connor, who's a film critic there. Bolan's Shoes and Dumb Money. I think Dumb Money I might watch. Bolan's Shoes. Even though I love you, Timothy Spall, I won't be watching that.